Like JP always say, stop being pre-mad. We are already pre-pissed off. And the man hadn't come out here and played any basketball. I would say this. They went out there and they traded for him last year. He came in with a willingness. If everybody right now is losing their damn minds because a guy keeps saying, Commanders, because he wants to play for the team, he wants to play because you know what? Many teams aren't going to deal with him. He feel he has a shot here because his boy is on the team. But the ultimate thing, if you're going to do that, then you got to be loving on Trae Young too. Trae Young came in. He was talking about how great he's happy he's here to be here. He's already played a little bit. He's went out and he wore every jersey under the sun. He's represented the D.C. area with all the sports teams. So he's doing the exact same thing. Brandon Ayuk hadn't even gotten to the building and y'all loving him and you hating on Trae Young already? It's just, this is what sports media has turned into, where everybody has an opinion and want to mess up stuff. And the people that are supposed to be the journalists, they feel like they're being lost. So they start saying stupid stuff and jumping out there and saying some of the most erratic things ever under the sun. But you know what? There's one person who's not going to fall for it. Me. Okay? I will sit there and fight back and tell people what I think about some stuff. And you could tell me I'm wrong. You can say what you want to say. But hey, I can't say this is the worst contract ever. I can't say it's a bad contract because they hadn't played yet. If we were in year 2 of it and he hadn't been on the court and nothing has been going on for the better, then I would understand. But when I talk to guys that play ball, real ballers, they say best pick and roll guard out there. One of the best assist players ever. Okay? The guy has an unbelievable three. He can knock down shots. So if you get him and you get some 75% of an Anthony Davis, I think you all of a sudden now have a team that can play. So I am not going to go on that bandwagon with Big Brian. I'm calling him Big Brian Windhorst because I think he likes to say a lot of stuff too. I put my face over my head every time I hear him talk because he says some asinine crap. So I feel in this situation, we're going to sit here and I'm going to let the contract play out. Okay? Let's let it play out. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Anthony Davis is more interested in playing because Trae's back. John Wall, a former player here who we love. John Wall said he'll take Peterson, because he feels DeBonza is too ball dominant, needs the ball in his hand, and feel that it's going to mess up Trae and it'll mess up Trae's what would say how Trae plays the game. So if that's the case, and John is saying it out loud, could it be that John is thinking that they're going the Peterson way? We will see. We got JP in here now. What's up, brother?
What up, B? How you doing, man?
Man, I am fantabulous. I'm back, and I'm already pissed off at everybody calling this contract the worst contract ever when the dude hadn't even played yet. But they're loving on a damn guy who hadn't even come into this town because he keeps saying, I want to play Commanders. Go Commanders. Take Command. Man, give me a damn break. This man here has come here and played and has tried to show you that I want to be here. But, Jay, let's be real.
Good morning, Brian.
Yeah. If you're an 8th year player and you have shown if you've shown you can walk and chew gum at the same time, you make $50 million.
The NBA, it's really hard to process the money in the NBA because it's just so astronomical.
He was supposed to make $49 million.
Right.
You think he tore it up to go lower? Nah.
I think the Trae Young contract is a little scary in that he's been hurt and his last couple seasons in Atlanta were down years. I think there's some reality with that.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is,
I think the local reaction that hates the contract is PTSD from Brad Beal. I think that's what this is. Like, oh my God, we gave a guy that wasn't that good a supermax, and it killed us for a couple of years, and now they're doing it again. I think it's important to point out they didn't supermax him, right? Yep. Like they could have paid him a lot more. They gave him the max he could have gotten in free agency, so at least there was some recognition
they saved
there.
A little bit, and also, what if that's him also saying, you know what, we need extra on this team, and I feel I can be a piece of what we need to get. I would say this right now, Bradley Beal's contract is worse than this contract.
Totally.
Okay? Because you know why? Because it happened, and I've seen what the hell has happened. I can't knock this one right now.
Now, there are people out there really, really knocking it. And Windhorst is a guy that I respect a lot. Like, I think he's a really good reporter. And for him to say instantaneously the worst contract in the NBA, that does carry some weight. You got to at least consider it.
It carries weight, but you know what, Jay? This is what I learned. I said this, I don't know if you heard me. Everybody is a reporter today. So the real reporters feel they got to go out there and say something because guess who else saying it? The people that get to the social media and say a lot, that's the problem. We have so many people that are real reporters competing with non-reporters. I believe that happens. So they say some stuff. I don't believe this is instantaneously the worst contract ever. Hell no.
I think you're right, though. It is remarkable that everybody in D.C., not everybody, because I've seen some smart fans, some good replies. I think there's some room for context with this. But, like, there's a lot of reaction in town that people really want Brandon Ayuk, who's never played here, and they're mad about this Trae Young contract, where Trae Young has done nothing but the right thing since he arrived here. He even played, 4 or 5 games. He could have gotten hurt in the 5-6 games he played. Mm-hmm. And if he got hurt, he would have had the player option and then nothing else. Yeah. So, like, he did show them some level of commitment with that. Yeah. I think the NBA money is just so insane that we get blown away by the numbers. You know what I mean?
I think people have to understand. I've said it for years. I'm not here to just entertain people. I'm here to make them smarter, okay? Educate. If you stop looking at your circumstance and look at the NBA circumstance, like every time somebody see a contract, oh, man, you wish you were playing today. No. I had people sit up there and calculate and do the inflation stuff on what I would be probably making a day. I'll be all right. So I didn't play in this era. I'm not going to sit up here and try to compare my numbers to the numbers that are here because they won't be anywhere close. So I understand it. But I think people got to stop looking at their circumstance and look at what the NBA does. Trae Young, for his experience and what he's shown, could be making more, and he's not. So they have lured him to a certain situation. And let's be real. The little stuff about the Miami Heat, after watching them go get Giannis, I don't believe that was a joke. I think if he had gotten out of this thing and they had wanted to trade him, they could have traded him to Miami because they're trying to build something down there too.
I think the people that are like they were bidding against themselves, I think are way off. I think Trae absolutely would have had a market. And I think if you don't believe so, wait until you see with the Lakers, either Rui or Austin Reeves is going to hit free agency. Like, the Lakers aren't going to be able to bring everybody back. Like, wait till you see what those numbers are going to look like. And I would argue Trae Young's a way more accomplished player than those players.
But see, the thing of it, we only, like, for the most part, you know this, I know this, and I want fans to understand. When you hear something publicly, that's not the only conversation that's been going on. You think the Wizards haven't talked to people to see what he could possibly get, what the situations are before they made this move to go do this?
I also think because he's been in the NBA, what he played, 2 years at Oklahoma? Maybe just 1? He's been in the NBA 6-7 years, so you feel like he's old. He's 27 years old. Mm-hmm. the contract you just signed, the 4th year is a player option, which if things are going well, he could opt out again. You didn't sign.
Ask people up there where you at. When you see the NBA people, ask them what they think about trades. Like when he's, and now people say when he's on, but people talk about how damn good of an assist guy is, how great he is in the pick and roll. You know, one of the best alley-oop throwers in the world in the NBA. So when you start getting that, that's all you want him to do. He's not here to carry the basketball team, but that's the money that point guards make.
Oh, I guess, did Reeves sign already?
I don't know.
I know there's reports like Brooklyn's going to throw money around. And I think the other reality is, and I saw David Aldridge tweeting about this. I don't know I know we got a packed show today.
Huge.
We'll have to talk to DA at some point. Derek Fisher is going to join us at 1 o'clock, which will be awesome. But with the new tanking rules, teams can't really tank anymore. They changed the lottery so that teams would try to compete. You combine that, which is a seismic shift in the NBA, okay? Teams can't tank anymore. That's what teams have been doing for 15 years. So that is a dramatic shift for how these teams have to operate. And then basically in the NBA, because of the nature of the Supermax deal, that the home team is able to pay more than the marketplace, you don't get stars to free agency anymore. Mm-hmm. I'll equate it to an NFL thing. on any planet, was Alec Pierce worth $30 million a year? or did he just happen to be the top wide receiver free agent in a year where the salary cap's going nuts?
You know that saying, right place, right time?
Yeah.
That happens. Like, when you become a free agent and when the when the salary cap climbs, that's how you get paid. There were times back in the past, I remember here with this franchise, where a guy becomes a free agent and the going rate was higher than what their star player was. I'm just going to use one name. Jim Lachey was making a certain amount of money. And the team refused to pay guys that became free agents more than Jim Lachey. But you know what they were able to do? Leave this team and go to another team and get more damn money. When you become a free agent, when you can't, like if you sign a deal today and you're going to be signed for the next 5 years, in 3 years, somebody else become free, they're going to top the money you're making if they're in the same position and they have some level of the same ability. That's how salary caps work. So that's why you see so many guys, when they hit that, they try to renegotiate because it jumps rapidly. It's not that, oh, you're the best player. No. You know the person that makes the most money is not always the best player. It's the person who became free at the right time makes the most money.
I got a text from somebody I talked to, right? And I said, it's a lot of money, but that's what NBA deals are. And the reply was, it better work. And I think that's a fair place to be. I think you need healthy Trae Young scoring 27 a game with 8 dimes a game. You need him throwing alley-oops to whoever the number one pick tonight is going to be. And I think it's also important to note, like, this is not the most important piece of the present 72 hours.
That's what I'm saying.
Tonight is the most important piece.
Yeah.
And clearly they think Trae is a player that, whether it's Peterson or DeBonsa tonight, they think Trae is a player that's going to advance that player's career.